everybody, and welcome back to a new episode where we good. We play our game in our own changed setting and universe of Waterdeep, now called Waterdale, with new elements of the Industrial Revolution. Of course, our key feature remains a long-lost treasure. Last episode, Edmund, Fletch, and Gamaya arrived at their vacation destination. After all that they have seen and endured, they need a much-deserved rest. However, what's a vacation without a fun excursion? But, without further ado, let's all scoot into the paths of a new adventure. The vacation should feel like a much-needed breather, but it adds a sense of unease. They agree to the vacation house because they're still disoriented from the memory loss and they need time to regroup. They don't remember what happened with the mutated enemy, the Memboris. So they are suddenly calm and casual, but their bodies remember the tension and the trauma. Volo used this as a way to get close to them. He noticed something off about his adventuring guild. He thought of it as the perfect timing to pitch an idea of his. You see, Volothamp left a letter at the kitchen table for when the group woke up the next morning after his departure, pitching an idea of a ball as an opportunity to meet key figures, including a representative from the circus who might hold the answers they need. Volo tells them he wants them to come to the ball, extending his invitation. But that is not the only grand news mentioned in the letter. A new teammate. Volo said that after so many months with just the two of them, he believes it is high time for a third teammate to join Edmund and Fletch. A young girl around the same age. An elven magic wielder. She was still shrouded in mystery, but Volothamp was set on his choice as a new addition.
So we just go to some fancy party? Just like that? That feels kind of wrong. Does it feel wrong?
We agreed to a vacation, not working.
He left early. Honestly, kind of too early. I bet he's been planning this before we arrived.
And this part about a new teammate, he's already chosen someone. Edmund, we haven't...
No.
Edmund, we don't even know her yet.
Let's just meet her first. I didn't like the idea of letting a stranger join us either, but we could meet her first. We do need more people.
So we'll meet her at the ball.
Is she gonna hold her own there? She has no business with us.
And it's settled, but we do give her a chance, Edmund.
Moving the letter aside, the group focuses on more important matters. Breakfast, as well as deciding on what to do with their day off. The sun was shining and the weather looked nice and fresh. What better way to spend a day outside? Gamaya had fully prepared a table of breakfast, fresh steaming buns, eggs, and juice adorning the oak table. Fletch sits, feet, barely reaching the floor, not even past the chair.
Isn't it a bit absurd to play this domestic charade after all those years of animosity and hunting? A woman who once posed a threat, a bloodhound on my trail, now sitting here like a tamed puppy serving breakfast.
Hey, obedience.
If I'm a puppy, then I'm a very devoted one. I chose to be here.
I'm simply saying you've grown soft. You live to serve whatever whim I choose.
Then let me be soft, Edmund. Soft means gentle, gentle means safe. I am done being a monster. You deserve a life that is good, and I'll help you have it.
You really have lost it.
Maybe I have, but I have made you laugh in the process.
Yes, well, congratulations on achieving the impossible, making me laugh. I admit, you have changed, and I enjoy your company now. That does not mean I suddenly approve of you.
Oh, why, no. If you approve of me now, we'd have to call a priest or a historian.
Calm down, woman.
Oh,
Keep
shut
it
up.
a wee bit. Keep it in a wee bit. Whatever. So, what do we do today?
We stay here, we rest. We do nothing, right?
I kind of like that.
No. absolutely not. We did nothing yesterday and the day before. There is a safari ride, just a town over. Local wildlife, a scenic ride through these plains.
Animals are... What?
Oh, you will be fine, Fletch.
Well, I say it to myself all the time and I didn't believe
I
it.
do not care, Fletch.
I guess I'm going to be eaten.
If something does attempt to eat you, I'll avenge you terribly after we finish the tour.
Comforting.
Gravel crunched underfoot as they followed the narrow path down toward the lane where the hired carriage waited. The carriage was of a dark wood model, the wheels tall with the faintest creak when the horses shifted their weight. 2 chestnut mares stood harnessed, their tails flicking in slow, lazy swats at flies. Edmund, coat neatly buttoned despite the warmth, looked like he belonged in a city ballroom, not a country road. Fletch hurried to keep up with him, small paws thumping along the earth at a fastened pace. The comedic duo stood side by side before entering the carriage, lastly followed by Gamaya, Edmund's shadow. After minutes on end, our beloved characters arrived. The road widened as the carriage rolled into a safari outpost, a modest way station. The outpost itself was simple. A long stable barn of red paint, a wide paddock fenced with sturdy pine rails, a small stone office building with a chalkboard sign outside reading "Safari tours depart on the hour," and a tall water tower creaking gently as it cooled in the sun. A handful of travelers mingled around, some adjusting hats, others finishing morning tea from tin mugs. The safari wagon stood, waiting just beyond the paddock. A driver stood beside it, a tall woman with sun-browned skin, suspenders over a linen shirt, sleeves rolled up past the elbows. And, with a few gestures, everyone was ushered onto the wagon to serve as passengers.
I'll sit beside Edmund.
Oh, hold on. Where do you get to sit next to him?
Because I will.
We are on vacation. I'm allowed to sit next to my friend.
Correct. You may sit on the other side of him.
I assure you both, there is enough of my presence for everyone.
Fletch won, in the end, for now. Despite Gamaya's anger, the wagon jolted forward, and they settled into their places, the argument unresolved but balanced, like everything between the 3 of them tends to be. Let the ride begin!
Oh, I hope we see deer. There's something comforting about them. You remind me of a buck, actually.
Oh?
This should be good.
They're tall, regal, once like a crown, a guardian of its territory, but deep down, a frightful creature, alert, ready to bolt at the slightest disturbance.
I do not think I particularly like that description.
They defend themselves, though, beautifully.
If we are comparing each other to beasts, you strike me more as a Komodo dragon or perhaps a black panther.
A panther, because of the mask I wore at the ball. Oh, clever.
But mostly the Komodo dragon, scary, patient, eerily intelligent, and if Komodo dragons ever taste someone's blood, they remember exactly where they are, or something. Something like that. As for you, Fletch,
Just say mouse and get it over with.
it is difficult seeing you are mouse folk, but I'd say maybe something of a bird, perhaps a hawk.
Ah, yes. My natural enemy. They eat mice, you know. I'm joking, mate. I can actually see a bird of prey for myself.
Their conversation was broken as the wagon came to a sudden, harsh stop. It threw half the group forward, scrambling to catch themselves. The first animals. This would be a repeating process. The sudden pause to witness the animals.
Fucking hell, nearly flung from my seat.
Hey, you're the fucking courtesy.
Oh, it's raccoons. Look, they're being fed.
Oh, they are kind of cute.
They're so chubby.
Really don't need all that food, no.
They have pathetic fur.
I don't think that's the fur. They are fat.
Look, they look so cute, mauling their food.
No, they are cute. Big and round, especially.
they're very round.
You know, Edmund, you too live on the streets, eating whatever you find.
I too am fat.
I did not say that. That one is really fat. Look!
He looks picky about his food.
I don't think he is picky. Look at his form.
Okay, that's fair.
I can give them 1,000 gold. I will buy you.
You cannot say that.
You know, if I would need to work,
You would feed raccoons.
I would feed raccoons. I am that one. He hasn't moved since he got fat. I mean, you know, feeding.
He is so big.
I know, he's fucking fat. How is he so fat? He is so picky.
He's surrounded by all this food and only grabbing the bananas. His neck is just all scrunched up.
Call me a deer, but I am actually just a fat raccoon.
If it wasn't for the wagon pulling the group away from their beloved raccoons, they would have stayed there for hours. But the wheels rolled, dragging the ride forwards. The wagon rounded a bend in the dirt trail. Sunlight shines through tall grasses, and just ahead, a cluster of deer stood grazing. A stag lifted his head, antlers like carved branches. Fletch leaned forward with a small gasp. Kamaya's expression warmed. Edmund's gaze lingered longer than expected.
A herd, they really are quite graceful, composed. All movement has a purpose.
They remind you of horses?
Perhaps at first glance. Theirs are their own untamed. They belong to themselves.
I told you. You resemble them.
If I ever change my sigil, it could be a deer. Something of my own choosing, not inherited.
You know, the size of a stag's antlers shows his health, his strength, his history, his growth. A shame yours would be so small.
That was a remarkably shitty thing to say.
For what it's worth, I think the deer sigil suits you better. It's all been similar animals you've seemed drawn to. Horses, hippogriff, and deer.
They're just so graceful. Richard would have used them as leverage. A handle, a hostage, something to break instead of me.
So that's why the hippogriff offer disturbed you.
Yes, not because of the creature, but because I would become attached, and then it would be a liability.
You know there are means for that, right?
I know, if I wanted more pets, I'd need something to keep them safe.
Then I will find some way for you. Make you feel secure.
The wagon wheels rumbled softly over the earth, bringing a distant animal musk. The herd of deer slowly slipped behind them, the path stretching forward. The next animal, surely.
Before I began drinking as a primary hobby, back when I still cared about my health and physique, I had planned to open the stables.
The stable?
I wanted a rehabilitation facility for injured or traumatized horses, a place where they could be retrained and restored to themselves.
Oh, isn't that actually very lovely? Why not pursue it now?
Because now I intend to die in approximately 5 years.
Okay. What if you don't?
I will.
My friend, you told me to pursue my dream of opening a shop, and yet you refused the same thing.
Don't use my words against me.
I will.
And I will rehabilitate you first, then we build your stables.
As if, with my phobia, a stable, do you imagine me just casually handling muddy poop every day?
Your phobia was learned. It can be unlearned.
You speak very fondly of horses, of training them. You always have.
Yes, it was a significant hobby. One of the only things that felt like it belonged to me. But let us drop it for now. I will think about it.
Promise me, he would think about it. Truly.
Fine.
And there they were, the next species of animal. The cart rumbled along the rough dirt trail, carrying them deeper into the safari grounds. A faint rumble of hooves hinted at the presence of something huge. A deep rumble made everyone freeze.
What now?
Bottom!
What name?
Yaks.
Fuck!
Yaks!
What name?
Yaks.
Fuck! It's coming at you!
Easy, just back up slowly, don't panic.
Meh.
The yak snorted, pawing the ground, and Fletch let out a high-pitched squeal, sliding slightly underneath the bench. Edmund's hands gripped the seat, knuckles white.
Edmund, control yourself, please.
I am controlling myself. This is normal panic.
Get away! Get me out!
After a few tense moments, the yak finally lost interest, veering off towards the trees with a final snort. Edmund sagged, exhaling sharply, while Fletch clung to the seat like it was life itself. The safari trails had grown quieter, the animals settling into their evening routines. The cart rumbled gently over the packed dirt as it carried Edmund, Fletch, and Gamaya back toward the outskirts of the park. The group changed rides, going from the wagon back to their own hired carriage. The carriage was meant to drive them all the way back home. They could sit back, rest. All of them had never done something like this, well, for fun. It was refreshing, exciting, but exhausting. On the road back, Fletch had been pondering about something concerning his friend. After a few minutes, Fletch broke the silence.
Did you hunt? Back in the day? I mean, coming from a rich family, it seems like something one might do. Did you hunt deer too, perhaps?
Yeah, I did. I have done quite a bit of hunting in my youth.
Ah, cool.
The carriage rolled up to the house in due time. The sun had set, and dinner was more than expected, needed after such an eventful day. Dinner was prepared by none other than the one and only Gamaya. And with that, I think that's it. Thank you for listening to our episode of Loot and Scoot, with many more to follow. Next episode, Edmund, Fletch, and Gamaya will enjoy their last day at the vacation house. But unbeknownst to them, a grave mistake will be made. A conflict that will distance the group. An error in judgment that will forever create infighting within the Skillbent Sigil. But for now, we've bothered you enough. Bye-bye!
Laters!
Adios!